And we should be live right now. Currently eating some food for breakfast. It's a great day in the UK. Can't really say much about the day, but today we're going to be looking at Kaspa Coin, and if the price is being manipulated by any of these big exchanges. So I'm going to give it maybe about 10, maybe 5 minutes before, people get notifications and stuff like that. If you want to come join in. So yeah, share the live stream. Also, don't forget to like the live stream as well. Let me just reset this. Just to see if the live stream... Okay, right. It is being live right now. Just gotta check some of the audio. Yeah. Okay, good. So I'll give it about 5 minutes before everyone joins in. As I said, today we're just going to be looking at Kaspa Coin, and if Kaspa Coin is being manipulated. So we're going to go through a bunch of, I don't know, not technical analysis necessarily, but because I don't believe in technical analysis, you can just see, and based off, if a coin's going to go up or down, pretty much based off the technology and the community behind it. There's not really much technical analysis going into that one, but this is more of an analysis of the bigger exchanges that we see, mainly MEXC because they hold a bunch of the trading volume, maybe KuCoin, maybe Gate.io, but we'll see through there in a little bit. Obviously, the Kaspa FYI, the new, the market cap ranking is still not showing it properly. Even on, I'm assuming that they got the API data from CoinMarketCap for that. So, there's if anyone's in touch with the FYI team, you can tell them that they could maybe change the API data over to CoinGecko, because that would show the real market cap based on all cryptocurrencies. Anyway, we're sitting at around 1 billion in market cap for Kaspa Coin right now, and it's been going up substantially in the past couple of days. The rewards are decreasing. Next reduction is in 15 days. Weirdly enough, reductions coincide with some sort of price increase. I wouldn't look too much into that, but I wouldn't say it's a buy signal or whatever they say in crypto trading. I'm not really into trading cryptocurrency as such. I'm more into just holding it, because holding it is where you actually increase the price. You're going to increase the price of the coin because you basically decrease the supply, because you take it into your wallet, and if it doesn't move from there and it's not on any exchanges, then the demand will outweigh the supply, and simple economics says that it should go up from there. So all you people holding Kaspa Coin, I know about 30% or 38% of Kaspa Coin hasn't even moved from the wallets in 1 year. I don't know where I saw that. It was not on Kaspa FYI. I think it was on Kaspad something. It was some other website that displayed it. I'll try find it in this live stream, but for the most part, we'll look into it. So this is just a kind of a lazy live stream looking at all of Kaspa Coin's things. Also, one thing that I want to make clear, I did see this post on Twitter: breaking news, Coinbase is testing waters on Kaspa Coin. Multiple wallets holding 10 million Kaspa have been identified after multiple attempts to transact with Coinbase from Coinbase. More info will be released soon. this is not actual Coinbase. People have made this post, I guess, like around 3 months ago. I saw the same thing, not by this person, but by other people. And this is Coinbase as in new coins from the actual Coinbase when they're mined. So it's not the same as actually transacting to Coinbase wallet, which I don't know how they would identify that anyway. So I'm sure there's an explanation. Delete this tweet, don't mislead people. The basics of crypto. So it's Coinbase refers to the place where newly minted coins emanate from, and it appears in the Bitcoin software. So that's where it comes from. When new coins actually get mined, they would come from the Coinbase. And basically all cryptocurrencies have that in their code or transact from the Coinbase. I want to see the Kaspa wallets list. Kaspa is inevitable, the end game. So if we're looking at the Kaspa wallets list, let's bring this here. If we're going down, and one thing I noticed is that over the past couple of months, this dolphin band or whatever has actually gotten smaller, and more of these octopus bands have actually gotten bigger. I know it doesn't show it on the 30-day, but it would show it on the 90-day or the 1 year. More people have actually gone into this range here than in the dolphin range, so maybe possibly people selling off. But we gotta look at the wallets today. So KuCoin, I don't see anything shady with KuCoin in terms of manipulating the price necessarily. The big one that obviously we're going to be looking at is MEXC. KuCoin have, I think it's 3 wallets, or maybe 2. If we go back, we can actually search it up. Well, 2 identified at least. So these are the 2 that are identified. And this one is a secondary wallet. I believe that's just transacting outwards. But if we look here, go back, and we click on the main KuCoin wallet, which holds the most Kaspa coin out of any wallets, we can see it's just transacting normally. There's nothing to point to it, hiding any other transactions, because basically all of them lead back into this KuCoin #1 wallet. So if we click here, then we go here, it would go into these are just civilian wallets, I guess that's what you would call it. So there's nothing really shady about KuCoin, so they're not really passing through. If we look on the second KuCoin wallet, so let's go back to top addresses. Let's type in KuCoin. Remember, these are the only ones that have been identified so far, and you can pretty much track these very easily. So this is the second KuCoin wallet. If we just click here, you can see that the recipients would be through here. This is the other KuCoin wallet, so it's basically transacting into the own wallet, and then this one would go out to, I don't know where this wallet is or who owns this. I'm assuming that's a civilian wallet because KuCoin wouldn't hold that. It's been trying to break through 5.1 new all-time high at least 5 times. Someone is suppressing the price. Yeah, so one of the main things that I think is going on is that MEXC is definitely doing some sort of price manipulation. I don't know why they would do that, but when we look here, so this is the order book. Now, with the order book for other exchanges, we can only go up to 0.001 for Gate.io. These are just the highest trading volume exchanges, and we can only go up to 0.01 on KuCoin. But with MEXC, we can actually see how much is held at different levels of the price. So if we come down to 0.01, we can see that there's a huge amount of people right there at 6 cents that want to sell. We have 2.5 million total USD worth of Kaspa coin there. So there's a massive sell wall, I would say, at 0.06. So a lot of people want to sell there. And at 0.04 to 0.05, obviously this is moving constantly. Some people are still hopeful to buy at 3 cents, less at 2, and then less at 1, or less below that as well. But if we actually zoom out to the whole, 0.1 range, we can see that there's, 6 million trading between that. And that's obvious because we've seen it at that price right now. But there's a lot of people that are hopeful to sell at 40, 50, and 60 cents, and 70, I guess. Then a lot of people will skip this range and want to sell at $1. So $1 to 1.10 is a big range as well. So we're going to see a lot of resistance through these numbers when it does eventually go up to that. And then a lot of resistance at $1 because people will be selling it off as well. So for the main part, I think the MEXC, if we go down into maybe this one range, we can see that there's, a bunch of liquidity here that you have to get through. But a lot of people are still hopeful to buy in these ranges as well. Not necessarily down to here, but down through to 0.45. I necessarily think that they're keeping it between around 4.5 cents because there's a massive liquidity there, to I would say 5.2 because there's a lot of people that would be selling it there. I don't know why or what kind of reason they would have for it. Maybe it's tied into bigger exchanges wanting to buy at lower prices. But if we type in MEXC on here, sorry, MEXC, why is my keyboard doing that? MEXC used to have the biggest exchange wallet, I believe, and it's actually gone down loads. So there's no way that they don't have a bigger exchange wallet than this one, because the amount of volume on their trading platform is the highest out of all Kaspa coin exchanges there. As you can see, there's 5 million in volume. So if we look at the addresses, they've only got around 7 million in this top address. So whereas KuCoin has 37 million. So there's definitely an MEXC wallet out there that might be potentially stacking a bunch of Kaspa coin on the side without anyone's knowledge, but we'd have to actually track that through. I only have 200k Kaspa. I want to make 80,000. I have 5 million Kaspa and still feel inferior because I had 10 million Kaspa last year and sold during the FTX. Yeah, well, sometimes you get the fear and it kind of, gets to you. But the main thing that I wanted to look at was this balance history. So as we can see here, it's gone, this was, well, it would have been around 10 days ago, maybe. The balance has basically been dropping down. It was at around 1 billion in balance, but it's been dropping down on their main wallet. And it dropped all the way down to 32 Kaspa coin. And then they're getting transactions sent into it again. Now, I don't know where that is coming from or why they've decided to do that. Maybe they're using multiple different wallets to actually track it. If we go, we can see on their secondary or even this third one, we can see this. So there's one out of this secondary wallet. All we can see is 1 million in Kaspa coin. Now, this might be just to top up the main wallet that we saw earlier. So if we click through on any of these, it is coming from here into this same wallet, or this would be the secondary wallet. No, 522. Yeah, so this is the third wallet, and that is pumping out 1 million Kaspa coin, from they're either receiving or sending. So when this one's sending out, it gets sent out to, that is the secondary one, but this is the fourth one underneath, I believe, or no, it's not. It's a wallet address that has 1 billion, no, 1 million in Kaspa coin, Sorry. So I don't know why they're sending out. This is like a very big wallet. It's 85 ranked. So who is this being sent out to? I don't know. We can't necessarily say that that's an MEXC wallet because it's coming from the secondary wallet, which is this one, or the tertiary wallet, I'd say that's called. Yeah, so the tertiary one, the third one. Everybody needs to withdraw the Casp and have out of MEXC. Yeah, if we all did withdraw our MEXC wallets, which I have already, MEXC would basically lose the power to transact outwards or at least manipulate. But there are some addresses like this one. Why is it sending out 1 million? Is it sending out to big senders? Like, who's receiving this? It's coming from the third wallet over to the second wallet, I believe, because this is the third one. And then it's sending outwards to this wallet. So that's just a civilian wallet, I believe, if we go backwards. But I don't get why it's sending out 1 million when mainly most of it is going back into the same MEXC wallet. I don't understand that one. Maybe from what I'm seeing, it's... I don't know why they would send 1 million outwards though. Is it to increase volume? Because they could do this transaction without sending 1 million Kaspa coin. If that makes sense. They could just send out to this civilian address if they're withdrawing. They wouldn't have to put 1 million Kaspa coin in the transaction. They would only have to put 12,281 Kaspa coin. But why are they sending it back through into another wallet? I don't really understand that. So it's a question of why are they doing that? And then if we're looking, like, this is their fourth wallet that they have, it's doing the same thing. So it's sending and receiving 1 million in Kaspa coin, and then it's sending back outwards. If we look here, or we go to the send one, if we look on this transaction, it's sending back outwards into their main, well, this would be the third wallet, and it's giving it this, like, $58 into this wallet. So I don't really understand why it keeps transacting 1 million. Does that increase the trading volume on their exchange? Because then they can register it as this is moving from this wallet to this wallet. I don't really know. So maybe there's technically less volume on MEXC than we're actually seeing just because of this 1 million transactions. If anyone has an explanation for that, please put it in the comments or something, because I really don't understand why they would do that. Now, when we look at other other exchange addresses, when we're looking at KuCoin, KuCoin actually has a secondary wallet, which, if we look here, is just one that they can send in and send out of. They're not doing this 1 million transactions thing. If we look at the main wallet, this is just going to be the one that, you know, is doing the most volume. If we scroll down, so this is basically just sending in and out to all the recipients that are withdrawing or they're buying, and then, you know, transacting into it. So like this one's being sent out, if you see there, it's being sent out to these two addresses. If we look at this one, this is the main KuCoin wallet, well, the secondary KuCoin wallet. So I'm not sure why that is happening. I don't understand why they would have to include themselves in the transaction to keep it below something. But then Gate.io, if you look at their wallet, we can click into here. Let's just let it load up a second. So Gate.io, I think they do a very different thing where they bundle a bunch of their addresses into one transaction. Because I know notoriously Gate.io takes a lot of time to actually transact. If we go down to, let's just say this one maybe, I don't know. So this one's going into these two recipients if they're collecting, but these are like not necessarily big volumes, but they do it all at one time. If you can see there, they just sent, and then it's receive, 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 receive. That's just, I think, an operating way of how they do it. After MEXC made me lost over 500 in glitches, I went a month ago to another exchange. They are playing around with new wallets, then compounding them into a new wallet, maybe as a way to disguise price manipulation. Yeah, that's totally believable, I guess, because you're sending out, I don't know, $50 into a new address, and then you would send the rest into the other MEXC wallet. And then that new address, no one's going to look at that new address because they're going to say, oh, that's $50. No one's going to, look into that necessarily. But there could be, basically a thing where they're sending out to multiple different addresses, very small amounts, and then they're going to collate them at a later date and sell that off, if that makes sense. But there's literally no way to track that through. I don't think that there'd be a way to do that. So anyway, not KuCoin. This is Gate.io. Gate.io notoriously is very slow as well for Kaspa transactions, and this is the reason. It's because they bundle a bunch of them, like received. So if you're sending into Gate.io, it normally takes like 20 minutes for the transaction to actually go through and show in your dashboard. And this is the reason. It's because people are like loading on, and they'll only do received at a certain time, and then they'll switch over to sending outwards. So that's why Gate.io is so slow. I don't know why they do that. I wouldn't say that's anything to do with price manipulation, but it's just a slow practice, I guess. And if you are Gate.io, or if anyone is close to Gate.io watching this, I'd say that mainly you should send them a message and say it's not good for users to wait that long, because Kaspa Coin, the network is quick. You see it with KuCoin, you can basically unload and offload in the same transaction time as Kaspa Coin. I don't know why Gate.io has done it this way. It doesn't make sense. Honestly, there are better exchanges out there that would do it way quicker. MEXC still takes a little bit longer, but there are like things like ZegX, which I want to say that they run their own node like through it, but it's not listed on this. Like they haven't labeled ZegX. But that and TXBit used to be really good. I know that they shut down, but I don't know why they shut down, because they were holding a lot of the trade-in volume before the bigger exchanges came on, and they were probably making a lot of money from that. I don't even think ZegX is listed on here as an exchange. Let me see. No, it's not, but I know that you can buy Kaspa through ZegX. Let's have a look. So this is normally the one that I would use, just because there's no KYC. You can unload and offload very quickly, low fees as well. This is not a sponsorship video, but if we look at markets here, we can see, they basically list any cryptocurrency on there. So if you wanted to look for a place where you could buy cryptocurrencies that are new, you would probably go to ZegX before any other exchanges listed them. Let's go Kaspa. So they have Kaspa to USDT, Kaspa to Bitcoin, Kaspa to BNB. Interesting trading pairs. I don't know if any of the other exchanges have those trading pairs. If we look here, KuCoin only has USDT, Gate.io only has USDT. They have it to try as well. Let's go down the list. What other trading pairs? INR, I've never heard of that. USD, USDT, Kaspa to Bitcoin. Anything else? USDC. There's Kaspa to Ethereum there. I think that's wrapped Kaspa Coin at some point down here. I don't know if it's listed, but that's probably an exchange that facilitates that. But yeah, you can actually buy Kaspa Coin on here. The volume's not great, but at least you get to see like all the market orders as well. There's not really much volume on this exchange, but a lot of people, you can get it at a fairly decent price on ZegX if you're not looking for KYC and stuff like that. If you want to be like completely anonymous, I'd go with ZegX. Anyway, so moving back to MEXC, when we're actually looking at it, if you look here on this range, you can see massive sell-off is going to happen at 0.06. So many orders in there, but also massive buying pressure at 0.04. If we zoomed it actually in to one of these, we could see that most of it is coming from this 0.48 because people are wanting to buy it at that price, but then there's going to be a substantial sell-off between 0.55 to 0.52 because there's a lot of liquidity there. So it would be interesting to see how that was placed. I know we can't actually click on it to see who's placed it, but if you could see who's placed it, then that would give you an indication of if they had the price manipulation to do it. From list 10 to 15 coins, Kaspa is the best in every aspect. Everything is good. Yeah, it's obviously a great coin, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of these exchanges, like, you would kind of be, I don't know, you would be naive to think that they wouldn't do it, if that makes sense. After FTX and that whole thing came out about them conspiring to keep Bitcoin under 20k, you just can't have faith in, like, even FTX was a massive exchange, so you could see how from there any other smaller exchange would definitely do it to other coins. But then what is the point of it? Let's see here. So it says it here. FTX conspired to keep Bitcoin price below 20,000, but is it actually possible and worth the effort? It's completely possible because they basically dumped it below 20,000. Now, the reason for dumping it below 20,000, I feel maybe some insiders looked into FTX and maybe, like, in theory, somebody told them to actually keep it below 20,000. And then when they couldn't keep it below 20,000, they crashed the FTX exchange. That's just a theory, but, you know, it's a good enough theory. And if you believe that, then you would be naive to think that MEXC can't manipulate the price of, you know, a coin that's at 1 billion market cap. Bitcoin's at what? At the time it's at 500-600 billion, and they basically crashed it by coming out and saying they didn't have user funds and stuff like that. And MEXC definitely doesn't hold. Well, it kind of has to, but I don't think it will hold as much of the user funds. And this is just the problem. People want to use exchanges, but they don't want to use decentralized exchanges. Right now, decentralized exchanges are way harder to use. Like, the user, not interface, but the usability of them is not what you want to go through when you're buying cryptocurrency. It's so much easier to use a centralized exchange because you just go on there, you put in your card information, and then from there, you basically onboard and you've got cryptocurrency. With decentralized exchanges, there's very hard ways to actually offload your cryptocurrency to USD or any other currency because it basically would have to come from, you know, an outside source. So, and that would have to be like like truly peer to peer, as in you would have to find somebody that wanted to give you X amount of USD for this amount of coin, and you'd have to make that transaction yourself. So that's why centralized exchanges work way better, is because people don't have the knowledge or the time to go through and look for something or look for a buyer for all these coins like over the counter. And this is why centralized exchanges work way better. MEXC has been a blessing and a curse. They want to make money from futures. Yeah. So they have a big futures market on MEXC as well. And so does Gate.io, I believe. Gate.io has big futures market. Do they allow it on Gate.io? Well, anyway, there's long and short term trends, but a lot of people, based on Gate.io's metric, are very long on Kaspa Coin and not very short on Kaspa Coin. So that's good to see, I guess. But their futures are. Oh, it's just going to take me to some random thing that tells me about futures, is it? No. Okay, so they do have futures on MEXC. And me personally, I wouldn't go and put futures on Kaspa Coin because, it's kind of risky. And the only future I would put is definitely a long on Kaspa Coin just for, 10 cents or something like that in the like future. But as you can see there, 20 pairs of real-time future orders data, both directions are gathered from reference. So it's nearly a 50-50 split for these futures. So it's understandable that they can make a lot of fees on these quantity of Kaspa Coin that are in the futures. It's around 20k. There's 100k there. Interesting to see. If we click out to 1.11, you can see that there's a lot going up here. There's a lot down here as well. I wish we could zoom out a little bit more just to see if there's any futures above these. When their wallet was only Aquaman, yeah. So for spot trading, it would be their interest for the price to go up because their wallet was only Aquaman. Yes, for spot trading, definitely. You see, I don't know how the futures work in terms of the wallet. Like, is MEXC gonna give out a certain amount from their own wallet if you're, if the position gets filled? That's the thing. Because if they see a lot of them, like up here, maybe in the 0.06 range, stuff like that, then it would be in their best interest to keep it below that because they would have to pay out the money on it. Or at least somebody would have to pay out the money on it. But I don't necessarily think that they're going to pay the money out on the shorts because if a lot of people are shorting it, if a lot of people are not shorting it, so they're going long on Kaspa Coin, then they don't have enough to keep it in the shorts range to actually pay out with that number of Kaspa Coin. So I believe that there's more people going long and they don't want to let the price go above that because it means that they can't cover it with the shorts on Kaspa Coin. Basically, my theory on it, the whole thing. Just based off the wallet addresses, I don't know how or why at least they're transacting into their own wallet, but they're leaving like $50 into a civilian wallet, supposedly. But you could see how they could manipulate it to basically put it into a load of small wallets, create a short position or a long position that they would, in theory, fill themselves because they could manipulate the price downwards. And then from there, they can cover the liquidity needed to fill these if they go up. Because remember, MEXC does hold the most volume, but that doesn't mean that it can keep the price at a certain range for that long. Because there are other exchanges, and if these other exchanges are displaying a higher price, like KuCoin or Gate.io, if they're displaying a higher price for Kaspa Coin, let's say that Bybit, Gate.io, and KuCoin are all listing Kaspa Coin at 0.052. But MEXC is listing at 0.051. You could see that basically MEXC has to let the price go up from there. But right now it still holds basically double the volume of KuCoin or the combined volume of KuCoin and Gate.io. So you would kind of in theory say that they would be able to manipulate the price. And the total volume, as you can see there, in 24 hours is 14 million, so they hold 5 million of that. So they're holding about 1/3 of it, which, you could, in theory, manipulate the price with 1/3 of the volume. Yes, they would get liquidated and pay out in USDT, so surpassing the price with selling large amounts of Kaspa coin and messing around with the wallets wrecks the longs, and they get a shed load of fees from it. Similarly, when they have had their fun, they buy back and wreck shorts. Yes, so I believe that there's definitely not a conspiracy in my mind. I think that it'd be in their best interest to do that because they'd make a load of money from it. And what they've realized is that Kaspa coin is such a big coin, and they can do this for, the next, I'd probably say up until maybe 3 billion in market cap, because they're still going to hold a load of trade and volume. Who holds the most trade and volume will basically be able to control the price. Because let's just say in the near future, MEXC just says we're stopping Kaspa withdrawals or whatever, and they say that they don't have customer funds. That would take a large amount of Kaspa coin off the circulating supply. And, in theory, they could have a deal with, like, let's say KuCoin, and they could be saying, look, we're going to stop our trading, and we're going to basically pump the price, and then we're going to open it up and sell a bunch. If that makes sense. I don't think I really explained that too well. But yeah, I think they're definitely playing around with the shorts and the perpetuals, because you can go up to 75, if I'm wrong. Yeah, you can go up to 75x. So that's a lot of leverage that they would want to cash in on or cash out on if one of them was to be filled. So this is why I don't really mess around with futures for Kaspa coin, just because, or any other coin realistically, just because there's so much going into it and there's so much to gain from the exchanges. Like, the exchanges have so much to gain in terms of manipulating the price, that if they lose, it's not in their best interest, and they obviously control the whole long and short market for Kaspa coin right now. I don't know who else does futures on Kaspa coin. Does Gate.io do futures on Kaspa coin? We could see here, please note. Okay, thank you for saying that. New gainers. Oh, I can't access it in the UK, I don't think. Okay, never mind. Anyway, there are perpetuals on KuCoin, maybe. Okay, there are futures here. Is it just gonna say? Okay. And their leverage is up to 30x. So you could see why they have less, well, I guess, less risk if they're, only going up to 30x, but MEXC going up to 75x. That is, that's a lot more risk for them and for the user. But for the most part, if we look, let's go to here. Well, let's actually get as far out. We can't really go that far out. I don't think people have been placing them. It'd be good to have all that information. I don't know if you could scrape it off the website to have the information further up, but it'd be good to see how much Kaspa coin was in the short or the longs, up to, I don't know, 10 cents or something. So that would give you a real good overview. However, you'd probably get liquidated out of it if you went that long, because you'd have to put the stop loss at, like, way below what the price would be, maybe 3 cents or something, just so you don't get liquidated out of it. But you'd still have to pay a lot of it in Kaspa coin. Anyway, so is Kaspa coin being manipulated? Definitely in the futures section, 100%, I believe. MEXC, they hold the highest leverage, so 75x is extreme leverage when you think about it. I don't even think you're allowed to do that in, oh no, you are allowed to do it in stock trading. but there's manipulation happening there as well. We all know that. So it's not a far stretch to say they're also doing some shady stuff with the wallets. I don't know why they would transact into their own wallet, but only send out a certain amount into a smaller wallet, or technically, you know, exchange. Well, if you click on this, I'll just show you now. And the balance history, there's no way that they only hold, 176,000. They were holding a billion around like 3 months ago. So they're doing the same thing. I just want to make this very aware for you guys watching that they're transacting from their wallet back into another wallet. So this wallet, if we click it open, is the MEXC. Close down most of these tabs just so we can get this to load. Hello. So this is the MEXC wallet again. So they transact into their own wallet, but they'll leave a certain amount into another wallet, which we're just going to class as a random wallet from civilians, I believe. That is actually from the faucet, I believe. So this is, I would say that this is definitely a civilian wallet. Anyway, so I don't know why they would have to do that transaction from their own wallet into their own wallet again. Let's have a look at this wallet. So this is number 6, as we can see here, and they're transacting into this wallet here, which is the exact same wallet, but the wallet address is different. So if you don't know, you can have multiple wallet address for the same wallet, and they all point to one final wallet, but they're all attached to the same one. So you can basically send transactions into your own wallet. And that's basically a point of interest for me. I don't really know why they would do that. If somebody can explain, please leave a comment below. But for the most part, as I said, I think there's manipulation happening. This is just a quick live stream for you guys diving into it. If you want to go back and watch the whole thing, that's like, a good starter point if you just joined on, late. Could you do me a favor as well, like the video and subscribe to the channel? We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the, oh no, sorry, not 2,000, 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think we're around 250 away. So every sub counts. And if you want to get some Kaspa coin, I'll send some out on Twitter right now. If you just DM me, I think I have my DMs open. I believe I do. Just DM me and say came from the live stream, and I'll send some Kaspa coin out through there as well if you guys want some of it. So head over to Twitter, subscribe to the channel, show me that you subscribed, and then I'll be giving away some Kaspa coin in the DMs. My DMs are open, so I'll try to reply to as many as I can. So thanks for coming into the live stream today. Only a short one, just thought I'd explain or go into depth a little bit about MEXC. It's been great talking to you guys, and I'll see you in the next video, probably coming out on Monday. So head over to Twitter, DM me, and I'll give out some Kaspa coin. But for now, the live stream is ending. Make sure to subscribe to the channel.